What's going on, y'all? That boy Gam back in the building one more time, tapping in with y'all. I just wanted to talk to y'all today about something I had on my mind, man. But before I get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So the one thing I wanted to talk to y'all today about, man, I wanted to give y'all 2 tips for if you're driving for Uber right now in 2022. 2 tips that I can give y'all some game about, right? Things that small tips that I didn't know if everybody actually knew about these things that you can do and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just, try to share these things with y'all. Um, Tip number one. Now, Uber has the thing where they show you how much exact money you're going to make from a trip. They show you the distance, how long it's going to take, how many miles you're going to drive, and where is the destination going to. Before, they didn't used to show that. It was like a surprise. It was like you accept the trip, and then once you get to the customer in your car, that's when you figure out where you about to go. And you still didn't know how much money you was going to make until the end of the ride, which was kind of messed up when you think about it now. So now they show you all of that information, right? But because they show you that information, you're going to have people not accepting a lot of trips. Now, you see the trip come up, you don't like what it looked like, you're not going to accept it, So what they do is, if you don't accept 3 trips in a row, they're going to sign you out, And if they sign you out, you have to go back onto the app, put your phone number or password back in it, and log all the way back in and then go back online. And you know how frustrating that is if you ever did it. You got to log yourself all the way back in with the phone number and all of that verification code and all of that stuff. Just because you didn't accept 3 trips in a row. That's kind of probably their way of trying to punish you for not accepting them, So my tip is this, right? When you don't accept that 3rd trip, it's going to say signing out. And in that moment, when it says signing out, you just want to exit out of the app. Refresh that, on the screen, you can just take yourself out of the app completely. Close the app completely. Don't push OK signing out. Just close the app completely. Then when you get back on the app, you'll still be there. You won't have to log back in. You just have to push the button to go back online because it's going to take you offline. But you won't have to log back in. So when it pops up and it says signing out, just go ahead and exit out the app. Don't push OK, because then you're going to have to sign back in and everything, right? And that can also help you at the airport too, because sometimes if you go online, once they take you offline, you go online fast enough, you will still be in the same position of the airport queue, So that's the first tip I want to give y'all. The second tip is something that I used a lot, is using the destination filters to your advantage, And what I mean by that is this. For example, right? I would get up, and let's just say the airport from where I live, the airport is like at least 40-minute drive in the morning. At least 40 minutes and probably like 30 miles, So that's a good fare if you want to get somebody coming from all the way up in the north area, Dunwoody area in Atlanta, and you want to go all the way down to the airport, that's a pretty good fare. So what I do is I would use my first filter. I would filter myself to the airport, right? So that would mean that anybody I was picking up would be going to the airport or at least going in that direction. So I would just turn my app on. I would sit at home. I would still be at home. I would turn my app on and I would just wait for an airport ride. I would wait. Even if I might have to wait a little longer. Usually they come fast though. You know, within the first 5-10 minutes, you might just get the ride that you're looking for. But I will wait for an airport ride. Soon as I get one, you know, it might be a $35, $40 ride. You know, I will go straight to that person, take them down to the airport. Once I get to the airport, now I can just wait in the queue, because a lot of times if it's busy, it'll just give you another ride. You don't even have to wait for the queue. That's another thing. You pull to the airport terminal, when you letting somebody out at the terminal, if you got your app already, you already exited out of their trip, and you already completed their trip on the app, sometimes it'll start to give you rides right away without you having to go wait in the queue. So that's another tip that actually. So, but once you get down to the airport, you can now get another trip that will take you right back where you came from, north. Again, it'll take you from the airport right back, another $35, $40 ride going back, right? So you only get 2 filters. So this time you don't even have to use the filter, because it's going to tell you on the app where are you going. So you already know most of the rides coming from the airport in Atlanta, at least, are going north, because that's where the city is. You know, the city is north of the airport. So once you get to the airport, after filtering yourself to the airport the first time, now you get another ride going back home. Now you already got $70, $80 worth of ride. Now just say if they both give you tips, because the airport rides usually give tips, let's just say $10 a piece, that's another 20. Now you got $90 to $100 already, and all you did was take 2 trips from home to the airport, then from the airport back north. So you do that again, because you got another filter. So once you use that filter again, going back to the airport again, now you just made another $35 to $40, right? So that was your last filter. But now that you at the airport, you can take another ride going back north. You know what I'm saying? So you then took 4 rides, right? Now, I'm going to tell you, in those 4 rides, you can make from $150 to $200 a day just by using your 2 filters wisely. Filter once to the airport, get that ride going back north. Filter again to the airport, get that other ride going back north. 4 rides. You know what I'm saying? Not a whole lot of people in the car, because that's one thing I didn't like, was a lot of people jumping in and out the car, slamming your door all day. You got 20 different people, opening and closing, slamming the door and the trunk and everything. Nah, give me 4 to 5 people maybe in a day, and you can make $150 to $200 just off of those. And because I know it's a lot of different ways to do it. You would go out there and be working hard all day, picking up every passenger, and you still won't make that kind of money, because it's not the same for everything. You gotta have a strategy with it. But that's all I'm gonna talk. That's all I'm gonna say for today, man. I'm gonna have more game for y'all on that subject too, because I used to be grinding day and night with that. So that's all I'm gonna say today about that, man. Y'all tapping out till next time. Check out my links. I'm gonna have in the description all my music that I'm dropping, everything coming soon. Arcade Music Group, my production company. Till next time, y'all. Gam tapping out.